Not yet.
A lot of lefties in the lineup.
Ooh, maybe if I mute the.
Well, good afternoon. We are sorry about the technical difficulties, but we have finally got it started now, and it looks like we got everything squared away thanks to Talon Newton. I'm JB Brazil, welcoming you into Greenbrier Softball Complex. We're tied at 1 here in inning number 2 in the bottom half. Victoria Corker's up to the plate with 2 gone and nobody on. And she's falling behind, no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, JB, why don't you give us a quick recap of the 1.5 innings that have been missed so far?
Well, Baptist Prep struck first. Shelby Hardy's on the bump. Gave up a leadoff fly out to right field, then issued 2 walks, a double by the shortstop Barnes drove in a run, and then Hardy retaliated with back-to-back strikeouts to end that first frame as Corker strikes out there to end the second inning. In the home half of the first, Greenbrier tallied it up and tied it up at 1. Griffin led off with a walk, took second on a steal, and then took third on the bad throw. Betts lined out to short. Hardy struck out, but then Saunders had a little dribbler to the right side, reached on an infield single, drove in Griffin. That tied us up at 1. And then both teams, Baptist Prep brought 4 batters to the plate in the top of the second, couldn't push anything across, and then Greenbrier went 1-2-3 as we head to the top of the third inning. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Well, as we head to the top of the third inning, tied up at 1. New pitcher for Greenbrier is Allie Coleus, as Shelby Hardy's day is done. She pitches 2 innings, gives up a run on a 1-base hit, but the run was earned, and Coleus will be going at least seemingly the rest of the way. Macy Welch will lead it off against her. She takes the first pitch for a ball. The 1-0 pitch is up and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Welch she's a good player. She's committed to play softball at the University of Memphis. She's been tough going early on. Greenbrier scratched out a run. They beat Baptist Prep early in the year in a tournament in Conway, as that one's fouled off to the left side out of play. 2 balls and a strike to Baptist Prep's pitcher. This is Coleus' first batter. Brings the 2-1 pitch, and nice one, a little bit outside corner, catches the edge, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Welch trying to reach here as the leadoff hitter. That one's up and away, and now the count has run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties, which really aided it. Kind of was a problem for the first inning and a half to 2 innings. As Welch lines one into left field. That's going to drop for a base knock. A leadoff single for Baptist Prep. Welch pushed it the other way, and she reaches to start off the inning. It'll bring in the 3-hole hitter, Mackenzie Childers. She's the center fielder for Baptist Prep. And she'll bat from the right side against Coleus, who throws from the right side. Welch is at first after she singled. Childers walked her first time up. And the first pitch is a ball. Bournes waits on deck. She's the cleanup hitter. She has the second hit of the game for Baptist Prep. As time is called by the home plate umpire, Childers will wait.
No out so far, JB?
Yeah, Welch let it off with a single.
Okay.
Childers walked her first time up. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Coleus delivers. A little bit high, 2 balls, no strikes. The wind's blowing in again. It's kind of, at times it's blown from right to left in the outfield. Now it's blowing just about straight in.
Just been all over the place.
As the 2-0's ripped to center, that's going to get down. Back-to-back singles for Baptist Prep. They got a little something brewing with nobody out here in the top of the third.
Yeah, they're just getting them to fall right in the holes, really. So just 2 solid hits.
The shortstop Bournes is up. That's Taylor Bournes. She hit a double to right center her first time up and actually chased home the first run. She has the only RBI of the night for Baptist Prep. And the first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Center fielder's got her shifted a little bit away over to the right, out there in right center. That's Huddleston, as that one's chopped foul down the third baseline, and now Coleus is ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Baptist Prep started off hot in the inning. Back-to-back singles. Coleus trying to get Bourne, swinging a chopper to third. Bet steps on the back for 1. Throw to first. Double play. Michaela Betts with a 5-3 twin killing. A little bit unorthodox, but a nice play. And there are 2 gone, Coleus. Big help there from the defense there from Betts.
Gosh, this Greenbrier team is excited that she's back from basketball finally. The last time we were here, basketball was still going on.
That's right. As Coleus got a chance to get out of the inning, there's a pop-up to the right side of the infield. That should end the inning. First baseman in foul ground. Nice play, and the inning is over. Coleus works into and out of trouble. We have played 2.5 innings here in Greenbrier. We're still tied up at 1.
Good job.
The Greenbrier Panthers Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
And here we go here at the bottom of the third inning. Greenbrier to bat here, and the first pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Looks like that's Schreiber. Schreiber will lead it off, then we'll head back to the top of the order, and Griffin and Betts. Coleus will bat if anybody reaches. No balls and a strike. Welch delivers. A bunt's offered at, but it's going to be a foul ball. Tough break, too, because Schreiber would have beat that out as the throw caroms off the first baseman's glove, and it's no balls, 2 strikes to Schreiber. Got to protect the plate now to lead off here in the home half of the third. Welch is a good pitcher, committed to play softball at the University of Memphis, and as we've been watching, Her ball's got a lot of movement, and it gets there quick. The 0-2's popped up to third. Third baseman under it. Quick play, and one away in the home half of the third inning. So we'll head back to the top of the order, and Kylie Griffin will lead it off. She walked her first time up against Welch. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. As a matter of fact, Welch has to face 3 lefties in a row. Nice bunt. There's no way they're going to get Betts. The throw goes into right field. Not the wisest decision. It gets away from the right fielder, and Griffin will head to second base. That's a single and a throwing error, and Greenbrier's got a runner in scoring position now with 1 gone in the third. And I'll be honest with you, there was no way they were going to get Griffin over at first base. Should have just held the throw. Got away from the first baseman and the right fielder, and that allowed Griffin to get to second base. Michaela Betts got an RBI opportunity now. The first pitch from Welch is coming. It's a bunt, but she pulls the bat back and takes a strike, 0-1. 1 gone in the third. Schreiber popped up to third. Griffin singles and goes to second on the throwing error. And Bat's going to try to drive her home here with 1 gone. The infield playing in a little bit, especially at the corners. The 0-1's a little bit outside. Griffin causing some problems over at second, dancing around a little bit, trying to get a throw that way as the count's even at 1-1 to Michaela Betts. Welch delivers the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a chopper up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. They're going to hold Griffin at third as the center fielder got to the ball quickly. But Betts with the base knocked to center, and Greenbrier got an opportunity to take the lead here as Allie Coleus comes to the plate. This is Coleus' first at bat of the game as she came in to pitch for Hardy. Runners at the corners, 1 gone. Coleus waits on the first one from Welch. Betts trying to take second base, and they'll just let her have it. So now the force play is off at second. That's good because now Coleus really can't hit into a double play if she hits it on the ground. They're playing back around the infield now, so a ground ball up the middle would most likely score Griffin from third base. The 0-1 to Coleus. Down and away, and the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Schreiber popped out to third. Griffin with a little bunt single. Betts grounded a base hit to center, so back-to-back singles for Greenbrier. And now with runners at second and third, Coleus trying to drive in a run or two. The 1-1's bunted down the right side. They're going to let the run score. Throw to first, gets thrown away. Betts is going to score as well. That's an RBI and a throwing error, so that second run will be unearned. But Greenbrier's taken a 3-1 lead on a couple of miscues from Baptist Prep. So the throwing error there by the first baseman as the second baseman covered. They probably were going to get Coleus out. It was going to be an RBI no matter what, but the throw allowed Betts to score, and Coleus is on as well. As they got a courtesy runner at first. That's Swab, I believe. Smith, excuse me. And with 1 gone, the first pitch to Saunders is a little inside for ball 1. Greenbrier scored twice here in the third to take the lead. The 1-0 pitch to Saunders. Upstairs, ball 2 thrown on to second. Nobody's covering. Smith wasn't even taken off. A couple of bad decisions from Baptist Prep, and 2 of them have definitely hurt him. 2 balls, no strikes to Cassie Saunders.
The scoreboard is correct at this point, by the way.
The 2-0 pitch. Thank you, Talon. As that one's low, 3 balls, no strikes to Saunders. Welch has got to come back and find the strike zone. The 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Finds the zone, and now the count's 3-1. Welch has pitched well tonight, but her defense really hadn't helped her. And a couple of opportunities, a couple of bad throwing errors and decisions there from Baptist Prep. 3-1 pitch, chopped to second. Oh, but the second baseman boots the ball. Now she doesn't have a play anywhere. And the woes continue for Baptist Prep. Greenbrier's got runners at first and second as Saunders reaches on the air. And it brings in the catcher, Mia Webb. She struck out her first time up against Welch, but with runners at first and second and one gone. As the first pitch to Webb's popped up foul out here over to the right side out of play. And it's 0-1 to the Greenbrier catcher. Mendoza waits on deck. As the 0-1 to Webb is coming right here. Swinging a pop fly to right center. That ball might drop. Center fielder coming hard. It is going to drop. The runner's trying to get to second base. She will. And Greenbrier's got him loaded on the soft liner to center. And Welch has just got herself into a mess. And it brings in the right fielder, Michelle Mendoza. She popped out to the shortstop her first time up. That was an inning ago. 3-1 lead for Greenbrier. Hits are even at 3 apiece, but it's been the error column for Baptist Prep that has been the difference. 3 errors for Baptist Prep all in this inning. And it looks like Bailey Buell is going to go be the courtesy runner over at first base. So Buell's over at first. The bases are loaded for Greenbrier and Mendoza. A base hit here could really increase the deficit. Well, just after all the errors, she's been struggling a bit. The first one here is a strike over the edge, 0-1. Baptist Prep plays in on the infield all the way around. They've got Mendoza played fairly deep out there in the outfield. Infield's in all the way around. The 0-1 pitch to Mendoza. That one's outside, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. They've got Mendoza played just about straight away in the outfield from left to right. The wind's blowing in, though, so she'd have to really get a hold of it to knock it out. The 1-1 pitch to Mendoza. Chops softly to third. Down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they didn't tag the runner at third, though, so she'll reach. It's just one out. Third baseman should have tagged runner coming in. So the bases will still be loaded with 2 gone. That's not a force out once she makes the tag. Well, actually, it might be. Now that I think about it, should be a double play because she tagged the runner. That will be a double play. They're going to talk to the umpire. Yeah, that definitely should be a double play because she tagged the runner going home. Therefore, there's still forces at third, second, and first. Baptist Prep might have caught a break. They're going to talk about it.
Yeah, you got to run on that situation no matter what, right? I mean, even if you are going to chance it and assume that's going to go foul, you still got to continue to run because if it does land fair, which will in your case be worst case scenario, everyone still has to run the bags. You have full bases, so that's kind of the slip up there. Is she was sitting there watching it, waiting for it to go foul. When she should have even if it was going to go foul, she probably still should have ran there.
Well, if the bases are loaded, there's a force in any play. Ground ball, you should be running on contact. And I'll be honest, Baptist Prep, or Greenbrier might have caught a break there with 2 gone as there's a swing and a foul back. No balls and a strike because once the runner was tagged coming home, there's still a force out at third base. Should have been. Unless I missed something. Either way, it's no balls and a strike now to Huddleston. The 0-1 is an outside corner strike, and now Huddleston's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Welch. Huddleston trying to battle. Welch brings the 0-2 down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. As Corker waits on deck. Huddleston grounded out to short her first time up. But she's got to protect the plate with a 1-ball, 2-strike count here. Welch with the bases juiced. Kicks and brings the 1-2. Just outside. That evens the count at 2-2. That might have been a little too close to take. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Bases juiced in the home half of the third. Greenbrier trying to add to the lead. 2-2 pitch to Huddleston. Here it comes. Swinging a chopper. Almost same play as the last one. She'll step on the bag, and that will end the inning. But not before Greenbrier drives in 2 more runs on 2 base hits. We've played 3 innings of softball here in Greenbrier, and our Lady Panthers lead it 3-1.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors. Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
So as we head to the top of the fourth, Greenbrier's got a 3-1 lead. Looks like Coleus is back on in the circle for Greenbrier, and she'll face Turner to lead off the top of the fourth. Karis Turner. It'll be Turner, Slayton, then Massey. Bennett bats if anybody reaches, and the first one's a strike to Turner. The 0-1 pitch. Just pulled the bat back in time, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Greenbrier lead. 1-1 pitch. Bunts it down the third baseline. Betts charging. Up with it on to first, and the leadoff runner is gone. So Coleus gets Turner to bunt out to third, and it'll bring in the first baseman, Slayton. Liv Slayton, she walked her first time up. She bats from the left side against Coleus. And the first pitch to Slayton's over but low for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch is outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Slayton's a 7-hole hitter. Walked on 4 pitches her last time up against Hardy. The 2-0 pitch is chopped to second. Schreiber's there. Up with it on to first. 2 gone. Schreiber with a nice play. And Coleus with 2 gone, trying to get Kaylee Massey, the left fielder, to get a 1-2-3 fourth inning. Massey, she grounded out 2-3 her last time up. Tapped it out in front of the plate. The first one here is a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Coleus so far has done a nice job. The 1-0 pitch is a strike over the outside edge, 1-1. She kind of got into a little bit of a mess early in her first outing, gave up back-to-back singles, then got a 5-3 double play from Betts as an off-speed pitch is a strike. Nice pitch there from Coleus, and she's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone in the inning. Coleus trying to put her away. The 1-2's outside, and that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ellie Bennett waits on deck. She'll bat only if Massey reaches. And with 2 balls and 2 strikes, Coleus trying to get her. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Coleus with the strikeout. A 1-2-3 fourth inning for Greenbrier. And we head to the home half of the fourth. Greenbrier leads it 3-1.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier. Stage 2 Dance Center. Bleacher Bling. And Steak and Shake.
Here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Corker leads it off, and she bunts the first pitch foul. Back behind the catcher for strike one against Macy Welch, who's back out there. Welch really hasn't done a bad job. She's only given up 3 base hits, but her defense behind her has really been the issue. 3 errors, a couple of them pretty costly. A throwing error that allowed 2 runs to score. It was going to get at least 1 in, but that allowed Betts to score back in the third. 3-1 now as Corker bunts this one foul as well, and she's in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes.
Something about Corker, she's got such great speed. You know, that's why that bunt works well for her, is because she can outrun. She can get to first. She's not going to have just a ton of power, but she can outrun just about anybody on the field.
0-2 pitch, up and in with a fastball, and the count's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Welch trying to get Corker. Corker leading off here in the bottom of the fourth. Trying to reach the 1-2 pitch. Up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball just kind of floated up there. Probably not what Welch wanted to do. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She's shaking off somebody in the dugout. Now she gets her sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She's ready to go. The 2-2 to Corker. Here it comes, and she strikes her out looking. On the backdoor fastball, caught Corker looking, froze her, and that's the first out of the fourth. The backwards K to Victoria Corker. And it brings in Sophie Schreiber. I tell you, that's a tough pitch, though. Fastball, the way that ball's been moving from Welch, it's like every pitch has got some filth. First pitch here, Schreiber tries to bunt at it. She offers at it, but good comes up empty, and that's strike 1. Schreiber popped up to third base her first time up. Bats here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the bottom of the fourth. Greenbrier leads it 3-1. Schreiber 0-1, offers at that one as well, and she's in the hole now, no balls, 2 strikes. Welch just blew that one past her. And now Schreiber chokes up on the bat a bit. Got to protect the plate with a no ball, 2 strike count. Welch is ready to go. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. And Schreiber battles and fights it off. Back to the screen it goes. And we'll do it again with a no ball, 2 strike count. That's a good pitch there from Welch, but Schreiber spoiled it. And we'll do it again. Welch is ready. 0-2 to Schreiber. Here it comes. Swinging a pop-up to short. Shortstop backing up. Has a read on it. And Borns makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, Greenbrier struggles here early. Really you get down early. You get down 0-2 early in the count, and that's a pitcher's count. The pitcher's got complete control of what's going on at that point. And as a batter, that's never where you want to be.
Well, you know, in my days of playing, normally you look in the first 2 pitches, you're looking for your pitch that you can attack. Once you fall behind 0-2, if it wasn't there, you got to choke up, and then you got to battle, and then the strike zone expands for you. And it was good to see Schreiber, even though she popped up, to expand the zone and not go down on strikes. as Kylie Griffin takes the first one upstairs for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Griffin, and she swings and misses at that one to even the count of the ball and a strike. Griffin singled and walked. Baptist Prep has not retired her tonight. Griffin trying to keep it that way. The 1 ball, 1 strike count from Welch. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen, and wow, Welch is ahead in the count. 1-2. Greenbrier throws a heavy dose of left-handed batters from the 8 and 9 spot, and then the top of the order 1-2. Before Callias bats from the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes though to Griffin. Got to protect the plate. Welch delivers. 1-2, popped up behind short. Bourne's running over, and she makes a nice play. Running over her shoulder. Makes the catch to retire the side. Greenbrier goes 1-2-3 in the 4th. We've played 4 innings of softball. Our Lady Panthers lead at 3-1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
The Green Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier. Stage 2 Dance Center. Bleacher Bling. And Steak and Shake.
Well, there we go. In the top of the 5th inning, Greenbrier leads at 3-1. They're 9 outs away from a win. Improving to 8-3 on the year. The first pitch to Allie Bennett's a little bit outside for ball 1. An off-speed pitch there from Coleus. Just missed the outside edge. Bennett's 0 for 1 today. She struck out back in the 2nd inning. As there's a strike there from Coleus, and that evens the count of the ball and a strike. They play Bennett just about straight away all the way around. If you're Coleus here, the 9-hole hitter Bennett, you just want to attack the strike zone. As Coleus delivers again, swinging a pop-up on the infield, right side. First baseman coming in, and a nice play there, charging in. That was Cassie Saunders, who makes the catch, and that's out number 1. And now we'll head back to the top of the order, and Katie Midkiff. Macy Welch will bat next. Childers will bat if anybody reaches. And the first pitch is an off-speed pitch over the outside edge for strike 1. Coleus attacking the strike zone.
Yeah, you've got to. There's not a lot of power hitters on this team, and so even if they do get a solid hit on it, it doesn't feel like it's going to go super far. You can make a good play at first on it.
And if you're any coach, you just want them to attack the zone. If you want to get them out, you want them to make them earn it on the ground. You don't want to walk batters. You want to make them put the ball in play. That one's a strike or foul down the third baseline, 1-2. The 1-2's outside. That evens the count at 2-2. Unfortunately for Welch, she really hasn't pitched bad for Baptist Prep as the 2-2 pitch is chopped up the middle to short. Griffin's right there. She scoops and throws. 2 gone. And Coleus seems to be cruising right now as she'll face Macy Welch.
And it helps whenever your defense has got the likes of Michaela Betts and Kylie Griffin across that our left side over here. I mean, they have such great speed and they know the game. They can play it well. They're going to make about the right play almost every single time.
As that one's outside to Welch. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's been, like I said, with Welch. She pitched well. Her defense just really didn't help her behind her. 3 errors in the game for Baptist Prep. Hits are even at 3 apiece, but Greenbrier's got the 3-1 advantage at the moment. With 2 gone, top of the 5th. Welch trying to reach ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes, though. Coleus delivers the 2-0. Chop to first. It's going to stay fair. Saunders is there. She steps on the bag, and Coleus with a 1-2-3 innings. She's retired 7 in a row. We head to the home half of the 5th. Greenbrier leads it 3-1.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors. American Safeguard. Of Conway and Greenbrier. Stage 2 Dance Center. Bleacher Bling. And Steak and Shake.
As we get set to start here in the home half of the 5th, for Greenbrier, it'll be Michaela Betts, Allie Coleus, Cassie Saunders. Webb will bat if anybody reaches. Betts from the left side against the lefty Welch. She's 1 for 2 today. She singled back in the 3rd, and she lined out to short in the 1st. And the first pitch here is a little bit low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Betts as she leads it off here in the 5th. The 1-0 from Welch is down and in, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Two 0 from Welch. Here it comes. Upstairs, ball 3, and now Welch has missed with 3 in a row, and Betts will most likely be taking all the way here.
That hasn't been typical for Welch, as she usually is dealing, and she usually deals the 0-2.
There's the 3-0. That's right down the middle. Strike 1 there. Betts was taking all the way, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Betts leading off here, trying to start off the 5th and get on base. Welch trying to attack the zone, doesn't want to lose her as Betts calls time, and she'll step out of the batter's box. There, she's quickly ready to go. 3-1 pitch from Welch, swinging a base hit right back through the box and into center field for a leadoff single for Michaela Betts. Welch came over the middle, and Betts just slapped it right back through the middle. And it brings in the pitcher, Allie Coleus. She'll bat here with a runner at first after Betts led off the inning with a single. Coleus has been doing quite well on the mound, or I guess it's not a mound, that's baseball, in the circle. Hoping to continue that here at the plate. The first pitch from Welch is a fastball over the outside edge. Good pitch there from Welch to get ahead, and it's no balls and a strike. I'll tell you, Talon, I'm a little nervous about that game tonight against Baylor. It's a late game, and it's going to be a doozy, I can imagine.
I might have to make me a cup of coffee before the game. My bedtime is 9 o'clock.
No kidding. 0-1's outside, 1-1.
Yeah, but you and I were talking about it plenty enough on the way here. Is just that they have nothing to lose in this game. You know that they went far and above what everyone expected they were going to this year, and at this point, as some have said, it's just icing on the cake. You know, the cherry on top.
As Betts takes second base, looks like they called that a ball. Should be potentially 2-1. Indeed, it is. 2 balls and a strike as Betts takes second base. But no, to your point, Talon, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's, it's going to be an exciting game, but really, Arkansas has really gone farther than I expected them to, and they've exceeded expectations. at this point it's all a bonus. However, still want him to win as the 2-1's chopped out in front of the plate. Betts will move to third. Welch's throw to first is on the money. Zocolius is out. Works almost like a sacrifice. Betts will move on over to third, and she's there now with one gone.
Well, and there's not a lot of pressure on these guys. Obviously, being in the Elite Eight, you're going to have pressure. But whenever you think about your opponent, Baylor's a team that many have in the championship, winning the championship. There's a lot of expectation of that Baylor team, and all the pressure's on them. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is. And there's so many statistics we could go and look at and see that this guy's due for this type of a game because – J.D. Note, every time that he's had scoring less than 10 points, the next game he's come out and scored around 20. Well, against Oral Roberts, he didn't have a very good game. And statistically speaking, this next game should be a big game for J.D. Note.
Sure.
But, man, it's March, and they call it madness for a reason. They don't call it calmness,
No, you're not wrong. As the 1-1 to Saunders is coming from Welch. And it's a strike over the edge, 1-2. No, but to your point, I mean, if you're going to win this late in the season, you can't play against a team like Baylor. You're going to have to play well for 40 minutes, and then you're going to have other players step up that maybe aren't as consistent if you're going to win the game. As the 1-2 pitch from Welch is chopped to the right side, that might get the run home. Indeed, it will. Betts comes in to score. That's an RBI there for Saunders. As she's out 3 unassisted, but Greenbrier adds another, and it's 4-1. Mia Webb will bat now with 2 gone and the base is empty. But, Talon, back to Baylor and Arkansas just for a moment. If you think about it, Baylor, like you said, they do have a lot of pressure. They're the 1 seed. They're the one expected to win. They match up potentially a little bit better than we do. That's something that seemingly Arkansas struggled with throughout the year has been players that have good post players, and Baylor does have that. And so we do have good guard play. I think it'll be a fun matchup, but it really, if you look at it all the way through, we knew when we got to Baylor it might be a little tougher, just the way that they match up against us. As the 1-0's lined into left center field for Webb. Center fielder cuts it off as Webb takes a wide turn at first, but she's aboard with a 2-out single. It'll bring in Michelle Mendoza.
Yeah, that's a great hit right there. That's one that Prep and, really look at Greenbrier's side. They've been playing on the infield. They've been playing a little bit tighter. There haven't been as much of a heavy hitters today. And then the outfield's playing a little bit further back, so you get a little bit of a gap created, and that's where you drop in that gap, you're going to get a base every single time. And it's been proven as Greenbrier and Baptist Prep have each gotten a handful of hits off of hits like that.
The first pitch to Mendoza is a little bit low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. How about a little 2-out rally right here is Webb with 2 gone, ripped a base hit to left center. As Welch is falling behind, 1 ball, no strikes. She brings the 1-0 pitch. Mendoza takes it outside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes now. Mendoza's 0 for 2 today. She's popped out to short, and she's grounded out to third. She reached on a fielder's choice back in that 3rd inning. The 2-0 pitch to Mendoza is an off-speed pitch over the outside edge for a called strike, and it's 2-1.
The catcher must do a lot of frame work. She almost every time she's bringing it straight back, and it always feels like she's bringing it a far ways back to that middle.
The 2-1 to Mendoza is waved at and missed. Might have chased a ball there, and the count's even at 2-2. Runner at first is Webb. She reached on a single. With 2 gone now. Mendoza on a 2-2 pitch, trying to find a way to reach. Welch brings the 2-2. Here it comes, outside and low, and now the count's run full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Buell, I believe, is over there, the courtesy runner. She'll be off once the ball reaches the plate. The payoff pitch is coming to Mendoza. Welch is ready. Here she comes. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a pop-up. Left side of the infield. In foul ground, third baseman's over. She camps under it. And That was Midkiff who makes the catch and retires the side. But not before Greenbrier adds a run on a couple of base hits. We've played 5 here in Greenbrier, and our Lady Panthers lead it 4-1. As the first pitch to Childers to start off the 6th is grounded to short. Griffin scoops and throws, and the leadoff runner is gone for out number 1. Childers, 6-3 ground out, 1 pitch, 1 out. And it brings in Taylor Bournes. For Baptist Prep, it's the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, the meat of the order. But Childers chops out to short, and here's Bournes now. Bournes doubled in the first, and then she grounded out to third. She's 1 for 2 today. She bats with 1 gone in the 6th inning. Baptist Prep down to their final 5 outs of the game. Coley is trying to close it out. That one's popped up into center. Huddleston coming in, Mendoza coming over, but it'll be Huddleston who makes the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 6th, and Greenbrier's 4 outs away from a win. It'll bring in the catcher, Macy Henderson, but my goodness, Coleus has retired 9 in a row. She got Henderson to end back in that 4th inning. The first pitch, top back to the mound. 4 pitches to end the frame. Coleus, about as easy as it gets. 1, 2, 3 goes Baptist Prep in the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Greenbrier leads it 4-1.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors. Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, Bleacher Bling, and Steak and Shake.
As Greenbrier comes to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, they lead it 4-1, trying to add some insurance. As it'll be Ella Huddleston who will lead it off for our Panthers. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Huddleston, Corker, and Schreiber. Griffin bats if anybody reaches. New pitcher for Baptist Prep will be Childers, Mackenzie Childers. She comes in to pitch, and Macy Welch heads out to center field as the first pitch is upstairs, goes back to the screen. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Huddleston ahead in the count, 1-0. And she takes a strike there, 1-1. Huddleston's 0 for 2 today. Trying to find a way on here as the count's even at a ball and a strike. Greenbrier leads it 4-1 right now, trying to close it out. 3 outs away from a win, trying to add some runs here in the home half of the 6th. As that one's waved at and missed. Childers has got some. She's got some juice. That ball comes in there pretty hot. She can deal it. Huddleston waved and missed. It's 1-2 now. Got to protect the plate now with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Childers is ready. She brings the 1-2, and she struck her out with some high heat. Just blew it past her, and that's the first out of the 6th inning. And
bottom of the 6th.
What did I say, top?
The 6th.
Oh, I see, the bottom of the 6th, yeah. And Victoria Corker will bat now with 1 gone here. It'll be 4 lefties in a row for Greenbrier. Corker.
Has Corker got a hit yet?
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. She struck out looking, and she struck out swinging. And she bunts that one foul for strike 1.
No, I think that's probably the 4th or 5th time that she's attempted a bunt today. Love to see her get a hit.
No balls and a strike. That's her. She likes to drag bunt. She's got speed to reach if she can get it down. No balls and a strike from Childers. The 0-1 pitch. Corker offered as if to bunt, but then she pulled the bat back to even the count at 1-1.
I'm sure that her and a handful of the other basketball girls are still trying to get into the groove of the season. You know, it's still so early on. You're playing basketball since, what is it, November? I mean, that's 4 months. Something like that, I think.
Yeah.
5 months?
November, about 5, yeah.
5 months. You have the math degree.
Well, you wouldn't know it based off of my abilities. 2 balls and a strike to Corker. She's worked the count a little bit here. Childers delivers the 2-1. Corker offered as if to bunt. I'm not sure if she fouled it back. Either way, it was a strike down the middle, and now the count's even at 2-2.
Yeah, she just need to make some contact.
Well, she's not going to be bunting here, undoubtedly. With 2 balls, 2 strikes, got a swing now with 1 gone as Childers struck out Huddleston to start the inning, trying to get Corker here. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out, 2 are gone. So Corker with the golden sombrero, 3 strikeouts in the game, 0 for 3. It'll bring in the number 9 hole hitter, Sophie Schreiber. Schreiber's the second baseman. She's popped up to third, and she's popped up to short. 0 for 2 today. She bats from the left side against Childers. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, she's had a handful of high pitches. They've climbed a lot.
As the 1-0 pitch from Childers is coming. Left-handed batter, Schreiber trying to reach the 1-0. Waved and missed at a fastball high, and the count's even at 1-1. Greenbrier up 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. They're 3 outs away from a win, trying to add to it, but with 2 gone. Childers looking to close the door a bit. The 1-1's outside and low, 2-1. That catcher tried to frame that one. That was way out of the zone.
Got to do what you got to do, JB.
Trying to get the call. The 2 ball, 1 strike count to Schreiber. Sophie waits for Childers. 2-1 pitch, here it comes. She bunts it up, pops it up back. Looks like it gets behind the backstop, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Childers trying to get out of the inning. She got the first 2 batters on strikeouts, trying to get Schreiber here as well. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2-3 goes Greenbrier in the 6th inning as Childers strikes out the side, but Greenbrier's 3 outs away from a win. We go to the top of the 7th. Our Lady Panthers lead at 4-1. So as we head to the top of the 7th inning, Allie Coleus retired 11 batters in a row, trying to finish it out and give Greenbrier a win. She'll face Karis Turner to lead it off. The first pitch is a strike. It'll be Turner, Slayton, and then Massey. The 9-hole hitter Bennett will bat if anybody reaches, and if Baptist Prep's got a chance, they're going to need at least 2 base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. As there's a ground ball to third, bats up with it on to first, and the leadoff runner's gone. Coleus is absolutely cruising. She's retired 12 in a row. It'll bring in Liv Slayton. She'll bat from the left side. Slayton's 0 for 1 today with a walk. She's also grounded out to second. And the first pitch from Coleus is outside for ball 1. Coleus brings the 1-0 pitch to Slayton. That one's down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Greenbrier 2 outs away from a win. Slayton's the first baseman. Massey waits on deck. Massey's 0 for 2 today. The 2-0 pitch is outside, ball 3. So now Coleus is in danger of breaking the streak. She had retired 12 in a row, but Slayton trying to reach. The 3-0 pitch, swinging a pop-up into center. That ball's carrying back. That ball's hit well, and it's up against the wall. Corker's there. That's going to be a double by Slayton. That ball hung up in the air a long time. I tell you, if that wind wasn't blowing out that way, it just carried it all the way into the gap in left center. That's a tough read. I'm surprised they turned her loose on 3-0 right there, and she absolutely drilled it on a 3-0 pitch. And now Baptist Prep with a runner at second base brings in Massey. First pitch from Coleus is down and in for ball 1. From the looks of it, when she hit it, I thought that was going to be a routine pop-up to center, and the ball just kept carrying. That wind moved it all the way out to left center. As the 1-0 is a strike up on the outside edge of the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Massey's 0 for 2. She's tapped out in front of the plate, and she struck out as that one's up and away. 2 balls and a strike. As the back of the lineup for Baptist Prep, trying to keep them alive. The 2-1's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and now Slayton moves up to third. That runner by herself doesn't mean anything. However, if you're Coleus, you just kind of want to get back in a groove and find the strike zone. If Massey reaches, it'll bring the tying run to the plate. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's run full now to Baptist Prep's left fielder. Coleus with a payoff pitch. Needs to make a quality pitch here with 1 gone in the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss there from Massey. Coleus comes back and gets her, and Greenbrier's 1 out away from a win. It's going to be up to Ellie Bennett. Bennett's 0 for 2 tonight as well. He struck out, and she's popped out to first. First pitch, popped to center. That ought to do it. Huddleston's over. She camps under it, makes the catch, and Greenbrier has claimed the win. Baptist Prep made a little bit of noise there in the top of the 7th, but it was not going to be enough as Greenbrier closes it out. Coleus with a great pitching performance, and they close it out and win it 4-1. I tell you, Talon, early on, Baptist Prep played well. They jumped out early on a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning, but Greenbrier would not be denied. They were just too much tonight. Welch was a great pitcher, but too many errors, and I think that was the difference in the game for Baptist Prep.
Yeah, it absolutely was. You look up there and 3 errors. Greenbrier wins by 3. Not much of a coincidence. Greenbrier played great defensively, not allowing very much. I mean, early on you allow that first run, you get a little worried, but they battle back. They don't allow another run after that, and really very little base running after that too. They do a good job. The only other thing that was really pretty scary was here whenever you got down to a girl here on third to end the game. And I don't remember which inning it was, but at one point Greenbrier had the bases completely loaded, and it was kind of a weird fluke play that happened. And next thing you know, Greenbrier's headed the dugout with not bringing any runs in from it.
No, you're right. I think the difference in the game, and you look at the, hits were just about even. Greenbrier had 5, Baptist Prep with 4, but it was the error column. Greenbrier played error-free baseball. Baptist Prep had a couple that were very costly, and that is the difference in the game. Greenbrier wins at 4-1 to increase to 8-3 on the year. Baptist Prep drops to 10-3, and that is going to do it for us here tonight. We thank you so much for joining our broadcast. Until next time, I'm JB Brazil saying so long from the Greenbrier Softball Complex. We'll see you next time.